The plane is loaded, the squad is named, and Arsenal are flying to Lisbon with one thing on their mind: a Champions League semi-final spot. This is not a friendly, this is not a warm-up game, this is a UEFA Champions League quarter-final, the biggest stage, and Mikel Arteta's men are ready. So what's actually happening? Arsenal have officially named their 23-man travelling squad for the first leg of their Champions League quarter-final against Sporting CP in Lisbon, Portugal. The game is on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, kicking off at 9 p.m. our time if you're watching from Kigali. The entire coaching staff and support team are also making the trip. Nobody is staying behind. This is a full operation. And when you look at the squad they've brought, yeah, Arsenal are not messing around. The squad, let's break it down. Here is the full 23-man group making the journey. Goalkeepers: David Raya, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Jack Setford. Defenders: William Saliba, Ben White, Ricardo Calafiori, Mosquera, Lewis Skelly. Midfielders: Christian Norgard, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Eberechi Eze, Martin Zubimendi. Attackers: Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Victor Gyökeres, Daumann. Now let me tell you something. That is a serious squad, like properly serious. There is quality all over the pitch, from back to front. The Gyökeres story, because we have to talk about it. Okay, Victor Gyökeres. Where do we even start with this one? For those who might not know the full backstory, this man was at Sporting CP not too long ago. Fabrizio Romano, the most reliable transfer journalist in football right now, confirmed the whole saga last summer. He revealed that Gyökeres made it absolutely clear he only wanted Arsenal. Not Saudi Arabia, not Manchester United, only Arsenal. Romano reported that Gyökeres even refused to show up for Sporting's pre-season training just to force the move through. His agent waived part of his fee to help get the deal done, and in the end, Sporting accepted Arsenal's bid of €63.5 million plus €10 million in add-ons, and Gyökeres signed a 5-year deal with Arsenal. Let that sink in. The man left Sporting, joined Arsenal, and now he's walking into their stadium for a Champions League quarter-final. That's a movie. That is literally a movie. And now he's going back to Portugal with the red and white on his chest. Imagine the atmosphere when he touches the ball. The Sporting fans are going to be furious. And honestly, that energy might just fire him up even more. Do you think Gyökeres scores against his former club? Drop your prediction below. I genuinely want to know what you think. Eze is back, and this is huge. One of the biggest pieces of news buried in this squad announcement is the return of Eberechi Eze. He was out. We knew that. And when you lose a player like Eze, you feel it. The creativity, the skill, the ability to unlock a packed defence, that's not easy to replace. Some of us were honestly worried heading into this quarter-final without him, but he's back. He made the trip, and that changes things. Eze is the kind of player who can do something completely unexpected in a big moment. He is not afraid of the occasion. He enjoys it. And in a knockout Champions League tie where one moment can decide everything, having him available is massive. This is big. I'm not being dramatic. This genuinely is big. The Zubimendi factor. Let's talk about Martin Zubimendi for a second, because I feel like people sleep on what this signing means for Arsenal. This guy is a proper midfielder, calm, intelligent, wins the ball back quietly without anyone noticing. He does not have the highlights reel of Odegaard or Havertz, but he is the glue that holds everything together in the middle of the park. Against a Sporting CP side that will press and be aggressive at home, because they always are, having Zubimendi sitting in that midfield and controlling the tempo is going to be so important. He gives Arsenal balance. He gives Odegaard the freedom to go and create. If Arsenal keep a clean sheet tonight, Zubimendi will be a big reason why. Watch him. The goalkeeping setup. 3 keepers, no problem. You might look at the goalkeeper situation and think 3 keepers for 1 match. Yes. And here is why it makes sense. David Raya is the number 1. He has been excellent this season, commanding, confident, exactly what you need in big European nights. Kepa is the experienced backup. He has been at clubs like Chelsea and Real Madrid. He has played in massive games. If Raya picks up a knock, you are not dropping into unknown territory. Jack Setford is the young one, getting the experience. Being in that environment, travelling with the squad for a Champions League quarter-final at 20-something years old, that shapes a goalkeeper for the rest of his career. Smart squad building from Arteta. No panic. Everything planned. Arsenal's form this season, frightening. Let me just remind you what Arsenal have done in Europe this season, because sometimes we forget how good this run has been. Beat Athletic Bilbao away 2-0, beat Olympiacos at home 2-0, destroyed Atletico Madrid at home 4-0, 4 goals against Atletico, won at Slavia Prague 0-3, beat Bayern Munich at home 3-1, won at Club Brugge 0-3, won at Inter Milan 1-3, beat FC Kairat at home 3-2, drew at Bayer Leverkusen 1-1, beat Bayer Leverkusen at home 2-0. That is an incredible run. The only blemish is a draw away at Leverkusen, which they then avenged at the Emirates. Arsenal have been clinical, organised and absolutely ruthless in Europe this season, and the numbers back them too. Going into this game, Arsenal have a 54.6% win probability against Sporting at their own ground. For context, Sporting only have a 20.4% chance of winning on their home turf. That tells you everything. But wait, Sporting are not easy. Now listen, I know the stats look great for Arsenal, I know the form is there, but let's not get too comfortable, yeah? Sporting CP are dangerous at home. Jose Alvalade is a loud, intense stadium, their fans are passionate, and they get right behind the team. Sporting press high, they are direct, and they will not sit back and defend for 90 minutes. They want to attack, and if they score early, the whole tie flips. One moment of madness from Arsenal, one lapse in concentration, and suddenly the atmosphere is electric for Sporting and very uncomfortable for the Gunners. This is why clean sheets matter. This is why Saliba, White, Calafiori and Mosquera need to be switched on from the first whistle to the last. No silly fouls in dangerous areas. No switching off from set pieces. Do you trust this Arsenal defence to keep it tight away in Lisbon? Let me know your honest thoughts. What does this match mean for Arsenal? Let's be real about where Arsenal are right now. This club has been building towards a moment like this for years. Arteta came in, rebuilt the squad from nothing, developed young players, made smart signings, and turned Arsenal from a team that used to be a laughingstock back into one of the most exciting clubs in Europe. They have been knocking on the door of a Premier League title. They have been competitive in Europe, but they have not won anything big yet under this project. A Champions League semi-final would be a statement. A final would be historic. And the way this squad is set up right now, with Gyökeres up front, Saka on the right, Odegaard pulling the strings, Saliba commanding the defence, this team looks like it genuinely has what it takes. Is this the year? Is this finally Arsenal's moment in Europe? I want to believe it. And looking at this squad travelling to Portugal, fully fit, fully focused, fully ready, I think I do believe it. The second leg reminder, just so you have it in your diary, if Arsenal get through the first leg in good shape on April 7th, the second leg comes back to the Emirates Stadium on April 15th. That is going to be a special night at home. If Arsenal come back from Portugal with a lead or even a draw, the Emirates will be rocking. Trust me, let's be honest, what are the risks? I want to give you a fair picture here, not just hype. Gyökeres has had a bit of a mixed season by his own standards. He was expected to hit the ground running after that unbelievable record at Sporting. 97 goals in 102 games is genuinely insane. But settling into a new league took time. If he gets through this game without impact, the pressure is going to build on him and on Arteta's system. Injuries are always a risk in knockout football. One bad tackle, one awkward landing, and you lose a key man for the second leg. Arsenal need their best players healthy through both legs. And Sporting away is never comfortable. Don't let the stats fool you into thinking this is easy. It is not. But honestly, I look at this squad and I still back Arsenal. The depth, the quality, the experience in the group, it is all there. Final thoughts, and a question for you. Arsenal have packed their bags, named their best squad, and flown to Lisbon with a clear message to the rest of Europe. We are coming. The Champions League is the dream. Every Arsenal fan knows it. And right now, this squad, with Raya in goal, Saliba at the back, Odegaard in the middle, Saka on the wing, and Gyökeres up front, feels like a group that can genuinely go all the way. Eze is back, Zubimendi is pulling the strings, Gyökeres is returning to the ground where he used to score for fun. The energy is right, the squad is right. Now let's go and get the job done in Portugal. So I want to ask you directly, do you think Arsenal can win this Champions League? And who do you think will be the key player against Sporting, Gyökeres, Saka or Eze? Tell me in the comments. Let's get the debate going. Come on, Arsenal.